we are back. 11:37 left here in this first half. It's been a fun one so far, Philip. Back and forth, 14-11. Jessup University free throws here at the line is going to be Tom Parsons.
Absolutely, Jacob. It's been a very close game so far, and both these teams kind of staying balanced on both ends of the floor. But you really got to give a lot of credit to what Stanislaus State has been able to do to try to keep the game where it is. Again, trying to stay out of the foul trouble against Jessup is really the key to kind of get them a little bit more closer and over the edge against them.
So Parsons in the 1-and-1. Got them both to go. 8 fouls here on Stan, so free throws the rest of the way for Jessup University, and almost to the double bonus. As Seibel, nice elevator door screen, got a great look at the triple, couldn't get it to go. And there on the rebound was Mark Jones, the third, but just could not keep his feet in.
Yeah, it was a bit of a tough break there for Mark Jones, the third, trying to go up for the offensive board, but kind of had a little bit too much. I mean, sometimes you got to treat it like football, where you got to keep your toes like right on the green.
Showed off the hustle though, got there, made the play, just couldn't stay in bounds. Jessup University almost turns it over here. That was Wilkinson. As Wilkinson, guarded by Jones the third, they work it through. Looking inside, trying to find Parsons on the block, and then slipped up here. And they're going to get a foul. They'll send Caden McDaniel to the line. As that goes against Javon Johnson, senior out of Antioch, California.
Yeah, McDaniel taking a hard fall there. They're cleaning up the spot for him, but even with Jessup making a mistake as far as footwork, that still doesn't really help Stanislaus State, just knowing how deep they are in foul trouble right now, because already now they've racked up 19 fouls total.
19 fouls against Stanislaus State. I mean, that does not bode well when you got over half of the first half still to go here. 10:58, but doesn't hurt you if they don't knock him down. McDaniel misses the front end of the 1-1, so does not get the second at Seibel, top of key. Swings it through, Jones the third, takes the screen. He's got the mismatch now on Parsons, kicks it out, Seibel, corner triple. That one was tipped, and Seibel hit the deck. And now it looks like maybe one of the players from Jessup University maybe had a word for Seibel, as he's down in front of the bench there. Either way, now headed the other way is Crichton. Crichton fakes the handoff, gets it to Parsons. Parsons tries to rip through against J.J. Funk, but gets called for it, so foul called, and guess who's going back to the line? Tom Parsons.
And another tough break for Stanislaus State, already with 10 team fouls in the first 9.5 minutes of the first half. And I bet, like Jacob, to be honest, I've never seen anything like that before.
I mean, they're shooting free throws 11 and 12 right now here. Like we said, that's back-to-back possessions where it comes away with a foul. And looks like we're going to have a violation here going against.
Well, the good news for Stanislaus State is that you're only down by 7. The bad news, if you continue to keep up with this rate, you're not really going to find yourself cutting any points off down from that deficit.
I believe that lane violation was against Jessup University. And that entry pass inside, Jones the third held up there, cutting his way through, and there was a couple players from the Warriors of Jessup University there to kind of slow him up, and the referee saw it this time, so it'll be baseline out here, and we'll see what the Warriors draw up here as, once again, head coach for the Stanislaus State Warriors. Now Grandar wants to get it squared away on whose lane violation it was, and as we expected, it was against Jessup University, and they will take the point away. That was his biggest factor he wanted fixed. So Seibel hasn't been able to connect on the triples yet, but working his way through. He's got the big man on him. If they want to swing it out to him, maybe he's got a little bit of a mismatch on the speed. Either way, they'll find him in the corner. And Seibel buries the triple.
Well, take two worked that time for a Seibel to knock down the three from the corner. Whereas the first time we saw him try to go from the side pocket, he got a little bit trapped and a little congested by the Jessup defense, but able to get one over that time.
0 for 2 going into that one, now 1 for 3. Good movement here from Jessup University through the lane. Crichton dumps it off. It's Parsons trying to go baseline, shut off. Just 5 on the shot clock. They get it to Crichton, now back to Parsons. Parsons through the lane, trying to draw some contact. He does just that, beats the buzzer, gets the contact, and one opportunity for the big man, Tom Parsons.
Tom Parsons, the big freshman Aussie, able to muscle through the lane that time, even with a little bit of traffic, having to swerve through it. But, you know, in Australia, they drive on the left side of the road, so I'm sure he's kind of had to find a way to maneuver around the defense there.
That's got to hurt if you are the Warriors. You knock down a triple on one end, you play 28 seconds of good defense, and then here comes Parsons working his way through. It bumps into some contact and then gets an and one opportunity, 3-point play. Right back where you started. Here's Jones the third. Guarded tightly. Screen coming, Jones the third. Still working his way through. Trying to get downhill, not a lot there. Steps back instead. Contested jumper over Parsons. And Jones the third with a tough one.
Yeah, good job on Mark Jones to take it himself. You know, even though there was a quarter court trap put on by Jessup, you're not really able to get enough in that last half third of their side of the court, but still able to win the possession that time. On a great shot at that too.
A little bit of a mental mistake here from Jessup University, as it was the freshman Wilkinson trying to work against his defender, lost it, and then thinking it was last touched by Stanislaus State was Troy Crichton. Goes out, and the referee's looking, saying, oh, this is Stanislaus State ball, so turnover. Could be a costly one. Could pull him to a one-possession game here. Back in the game, working his way through is Lindsay. Hangs in there, couldn't get it to go. Parsons, great rebound up ahead. Jessup University has numbers. They try to throw the lob up top. Couldn't get it to go. But there for an offensive board. Now back out. Parsons swings it. And through the lane, tough contested jumper. It was Lewis, more of a floater there. As Jones the third gets tripped up. A little wet spot there on the court. Seibel. Great job working his way through the lane. Gets bumped on his way up. No call. French there for it on the third attempt. And it looks like we're going to get what we thought was a timeout. And yes, they will confirm it. First, they were just going to clean the floor. Either way, we're going to go to the timeout. 7:59 to go. 20-18 here. Jessup University leads it. But here comes Stanislaus State when we come back. And we are back. Jessup University leading it 20-18. Thanks to the 13 free throws they have. So 9 of their 20 points coming off those free throws. Shooting 69% from the line. Warriors 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Back in that zone defense here are Stanislaus State Warriors. That one through the lane. French got a piece of it, but wanted the steal, but a little bit too much off the tip. And it'll be baseline out here for Jessup University.
It was a great pick from the top by Mitrovic when Lewis had the ball there. Good job to set up your big man on the high post.
And another foul here, it looks like, going against the Warriors. This one going against Newman Gomez.
Which Warrior, Jacob?
They're picking them up right now. I mean, double bonus, so no more 1-and-1. And just 3 fouls on Jessup University here. So it's kind of a tale of 2 different things here. That one comes up short. Now 9 of 14 from the line, but here comes free throw number 15 here in this first half.
Yeah, Jessup, they're not leaving any money on the floor with the opportunities they get at the charity strike. And Stanislaus State, you know, even though they're going to be stuck in the bonus the rest of the way, you know, this is still a game and a half with them setting up a pretty good run, potentially.
Here's the Lindsay, he'll pull the triple. Warriors needed it, but Jones the third tracks down the board, and we're going to get a foul here going against Jessup University. That's going to be Lewis. So Varric Lewis picks up the foul. Baseline out here for Stanislaus State. Jones the third throws it up top. It's Lindsay working against the freshman, kicks it out, swings it through French. Beautiful head fake on the triple. One more time, got through the lane, faked out two defenders, just came up short on it. It was a nice move, but just could not finish it. So Jessup will take over here.
It was a good look there by Lloyd French, driving from the baseline, having that little step through to his right. Probably wish could have gone in, but not a bad decision on his end.
Mitrovic looking to go to work here, kicks it out. Free ball on the way, that one off back iron. Rebound tracked down, a nice rebound there, getting up high and high pointing it. That was J.J. Funk. Warriors looking to cut into this three-point lead here. It's Jones the third, back through Lindsay. Gets the step on the freshman, just couldn't get it to go, tried to go up and under. Now here comes Jessup University. That's Norris, dumps it inside, kicks it out. Great look from beyond the arc for Lewis. And a fight for the rebound. Last touch there by Jessup University's Stutter.
Yeah, Stanislaus State caught a break there. Varric Lewis. That right wing spot has been his hot zone from three so far tonight. But, just good job on the boards, trying to cause the havoc, trying to crash down low, able to force a turnover.
I gotta tell you, Philip, it feels great to have basketball back. I mean, we got two good teams here squaring it off, 21-18. Coming up on 6 minutes left, and it is a great thing to have basketball back at the Pioneer Gymnasium. Here's Jones the third. And an illegal screen set there. That was J.J. Funk, and it's that hip. He stuck it up just a little bit there.
Yeah, can't do that on the basketball court, but I will say, Jacob, is a great feeling to have college basketball back in full swing at all levels, I should say. And definitely going to be a fun season to look after. A lot of competition with Jessup. Being in the Pac West, supposed to be a pretty stacked conference. They actually came in at the preseason poll hoping to finish second in the conference. So a bit of a high expectations for the Warriors in gray coming into this season.
Definitely, and to have as many freshmen as you do out there and still be number 2 in the preseason poll, I mean, there's a lot of good to be liking right now. I mean, you're looking at the play of like a Tom Parsons right now, and you are loving it from the Australian. And it's 23-18 here, and you can just see the poise from Parsons already throughout this first half, just being able to work through contact, get to the free throw line, he can hit the jump shots, he can do it all. As the Warriors here, now trailing by 5, it's French through the lane, just kind of dipped his head down and worked his way through and will draw the contact. I think he wanted a shooting foul there, and referees will not give it to him.
Stanislaus State are going to have to win this possession to try to fight their way in, especially with there only just being 5.5 left to play in the half. But you want to have some momentum going into the locker room, especially with this being a slightly imbalanced game, just how many fouls have been accumulated.
And a defensive lapse there coming in from Jessup University. French on that inbounds play, perfectly drawn up by the Warriors, just works his way through, finds himself right there on the block, and says these are the easiest points I might get all night long. And he pulls Stanislaus State back within 3, and we're going to get another foul here going against the Warriors. That one's going to be on Jones the third, and now you're going to have to start thinking foul trouble here for a couple players, as I believe that's maybe team foul number 12 or 13.
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to lose count at this point, Jacob, but to be exact, it is 13, but it's not a healthy 13 if you ask me, especially where we are in the first half now. You want to cut down that deficit, but slowly slipping away with how many trips Jessup is getting to the line. Actually, excuse me, it's actually 14 team fouls at this rate.
Yeah, that was the 14th. As now you're going to see the Warriors start digging deeper and deeper into that bench. Zimmer back in now. He was one of the starters. As now Warriors Warriors want to get French going in on miscommunication, and Crichton comes out of it with it. Going up, trying to get it to go with the big man, Connor Jr. He couldn't. Now here come the Warriors of Stanislaus State. French back up top. Jones the third will slow things down. He's got his man. That's Funk working against Connor Jr. Now Jones the third shakes Crichton. And then the help came in, kind of poked it away, and they'll say it was off of Jessup University. 4:31 to go here, 4-point lead.
Yeah, Mark Darnell didn't well. He's been kind of cold so far in this game.
The referees are going to get together, have a quick conversation just about what the time was at. And it looks like they're going to take a look at it. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. And we are back after the quick review. They wanted to make sure they had the time correct here. Shot clock off, 10.3 to go here. 5-point game, Jessup. Trying to stretch it to 7 or 8. Who are they going to go to other than Lewis? Working his way through. Lays it up there. His time is expiring. A couple extra attempts. You cannot knock the hustle there coming in from Wilkinson. He got a couple attempts at it. And that wraps up your first half. So 34-29 in favor of Jessup University here. We got 15 minutes up on the scoreboard for halftime. We're going to take the break, but we'll come back right before the start of the second half and break down stats from the first half and keys to the second half. Once again, my name's Jacob Hugger, joined here by Philip Hall. Excited to be here on Flow College. 2025 basketball season is underway. We'll be right back with second half action.